everybody. It's your girl, Miss Moi.
It's Tam.
It's Nikki.
And it's A-Gang.
And welcome to She Speaks.
Hey guys, just want to remind you guys to join us the fourth Sunday of every month at 6 o'clock. We go live.
Okay, and so each month we'll have a different mug. This month, mine says, my brain has too many tabs open. Anybody who knows me knows my brain is always right. I see some laughter. But I have a lot of thoughts that go on, so that's why my mug, too many tabs open, always.
And then mine says believe. That's been my mantra for the month.
Awesome. And mine says lipstick because I always bring it home.
And mine is the letter C. It stands for Sharmita. She's cute. She's confident. Yes. And she's creative. Yes. Sharmita's letter C.
Yes. So let's get into some topics, honey. Let's talk about sports and entertainment. So sports, you know it's the month of March. We talking about March Madness as well as the All-Star Game. Now, what I heard on the street is everything that they used to do in a week or even a weekend, they did it in a day.
Sure did.
So people are not happy about that. Most games that are going on right now are at like 25%, so that's very different. But with COVID, it is what it is. I feel bad for everybody that went down to the A and didn't have tires when they came back out. I'm so sorry that y'all had to put up GoFundMe. That is crazy. I hope you made it home, baby. So next, let's talk about some entertainment. Did y'all see the Grammys?
Yes.
No.
Okay, let me catch y'all up just in case you missed it. Meg Thee Stallion, she won for Best New Artist. Her won for Song of the Year. Nasir Jones, Nas, by the way, he won for Album of the Year. He is my favorite. Y'all know that with King's Disease. Outside of that, Cardi B and Megan performed WAP, and wow, was it a show.
Yeah,
I was like, what are we watching? Is this on TV? Like, what? Is this a film? Like, what is going on? After that, her new single, Up, went to number 1 on the Billboard charts, so shout out to her. And some amazing things happened that night. Tiffany Haddish, she won for Best Female Comedian. That hasn't happened since the 80s, since Whoopi Goldberg, so that was amazing. And Beyonce, she took home some wins too. So now she has the most out of any artist, male or female. Can we just give it to B? Can we just give her flowers, honey? We love you, B. Yes, they always hating on you, baby, but you win and you prevail. Okay. So that was all about the Grammys. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Congratulations to the winners. Next, let's talk about Coming to America. This movie came out, and as you know, the old one came out in what, like the 80s? Mm-hmm. Long time ago. Well, if you wanted to see it, you had to catch it on Amazon Prime. So first of all, everybody was trying to download that thing. Now, there were a lot of critics behind it, but what I can say is I love that he kept the original cast. Eddie Murphy was not playing. The dad was there. Of course, he was there. His homeboy was there. So kudos to him for that. For me personally, I think it was a spoof movie. It gave us what it needed to. I didn't like that son, but that's just my tea, though, okay? But outside of that, you can change tradition and do something new. So I'm excited, and we need to stop being so hard on each other.
Yeah,
Did y'all hear about the reviews and people dragging the movie?
Yeah, I heard a lot of people were just not, they didn't like it. And I'm like, what's not to like? You going back to the original cast, like you said, the original cast was just amazing.
Yeah,
it was just awesome. I thought it was a good movie. I'm kind of feeling on the sun though.
Yeah, because
I think they could have picked somebody different.
They could have picked somebody different. And then I love seeing Tiana Taylor in that body, honey. Give us body. Outside of that, Wesley Snipes in that wig. Come on, wig. It was a good movie to me. Everybody has their own cup of tea of what they like, but I will sip to that because I enjoyed it.
I liked it too. And speaking of Wesley Snipes, that walk that he had.
Oh,
yeah. No.
Okay, so I actually enjoyed the movie.
Yes.
I think that in general, we have to be kind of careful listening to reviews and things. That kind of turned me off a little bit when I watched it. I liked it. I watched it twice.
I think people just want something to be mad about. Y'all go on. It was a good movie. Give them what it's worth. It was the same as the original, pretty much.
I like the fact that they brought McDowell's over to the movie.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he got his own over there.
Yeah,
I loved it. I loved it.
You know what else about that movie?
Yeah.
They not only brought in the new generation, but y'all saw Gladys on there. Wasn't
Yes.
Gladys on there?
Yes.
And just that whole thing of they just brought all the generations together.
Yes.
So if you've never seen it before, and if you're crazy, you've never seen it before. But they brought everybody into that movie and brought all the generations together.
Yeah.
That was just awesome.
That was bomb. Another thing that happened in March, and it's just been hitting the nation, is the interview with Oprah, Prince, and Megan. If you haven't seen it, wow. Kudos to Oprah to be able to gain the trust to be able to get this kind of conversation going on. Megan spoke to us about her discomfort in the palace, honey. How she wasn't accepted or protected, and how she had to go, or it could cost her life. Shout out to the Prince, baby. He left a kingdom for her. That is a king to me.
Yeah.
He said, listen, my wife ain't with it. I gotta go. That was major, but not only did the interview impact the nation, there was some ruffled feathers after it. I don't know if you heard about the conversation that happened on the talk with Cheryl Underwood and Miss Osborne, but it didn't go well because evidently her homie was racist and he was talking about Megan and they done got into it. But anyway, Miss Sharon is gone, so there you have it. Did y'all see it?
I saw it, and I do feel that Cheryl Underwood was very professional with it. I feel that she presented what her points were about why she felt he was racist. It wasn't accepted well by Sharon Osbourne, but I do like the way that she handled it.
Absolutely.
I was very surprised that she left The View, though.
Mm-hmm.
That to me has me looking twice at her.
Yeah.
Because stand in your truth and just stand there. You're supporting your friend, and I get it, but understand where the other side has come from. Don't just back away from it. And I feel like she just backed away.
I just feel like she just ran.
She did.
And when she could have just stayed, because you're not going to always agree
Yeah.
with everything. You know what I'm saying? Just like here, we might not agree on something, but you respect, you have to respect everybody's views and just move on.
Just move on.
Yeah.
Talk it out, honey. She was done talking it out on the talk, so she's gone. Shout out to Tyler Perry, though. Do you guys know he gave Megan and Prince a place to stay for months until they found their own humbly abode? I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Pretty
He has
amazing
helped
what he
so
did.
many people. I love it. Next, we got a little tea on the street. So, Miss Stacey Dash, she wants to apologize to the community, honey. She wants the culture back. She says she is so mad that she supported that they're Trump. And she's out of politics, and she is open to our president after being blackballed. That's what you get, girl. You got to remember who you are and where you're coming from. Next, we're talking about The Equalizer. It's coming out for season 2. If you have not seen it, it's our girl Queen Latifah, and she is kicking butt and taking names. Shout out to her. I loved her on Living Single. She happened to be my favorite character as Khadijah, so I'm so happy to see her doing her thing. Have you guys seen this show?
I saw the preview. I haven't seen it all the way through.
It's a good time, and she puts in some work. She done slimmed down a little bit. She keep a curl. It's a good time. Okay, and next we're going to talk about Kim and Kanye. Word on the street is they are coming to an end, and it looks like Kim is the one that is opening the door and walking on out. He's not taking it too serious. One thing about the Kardashians over the years, I've learned to kind of change my view towards them, and especially her, just with her going into the justice system and helping so many of us. So I'm wishing whatever is best for both parties. I don't really have too many comments on it, but that's just me. Outside of that, Toys R Us is coming back, and it will be back and open before the holidays. So if that was a part of your tradition, baby, them toys are coming back. We're going to be talking about some other things in the future, but the last few headlines we're going to talk about is this Derek Jackson. Y'all know who I'm talking about, the one that's always talking about relationships and goals and all that.
Right.
Well, evidently, he came and confronted the rumors of his cheating, and yes, it was true, with his wife, which I guess she was looking a little underdone on camera, and people didn't really like it. But then he went and made a video of himself talking in third person about himself, saying that he was accountable and honest. I don't have time. I cannot. And the last topic that I have for y'all, Kirk Franklin had an argument with his son, and his son leaked it. Boy, you know you was wrong, but we're going to talk about that later. That is the end of your sports and entertainment news.
Okay, well, Ms. Wanda, thank you so much. We are looking forward to the topic of the day, so that we can talk a little bit more about this.
Yes.
So, but as for this month's segment of Oh No You Didn't, we are going to be talking about fashion faux pas, those fashion don'ts, which makes you say, oh no you didn't. So one of the things that gives me the oh no you didn't moments is men with sagging pants.
Oh my God.
I'm so sick of seeing this, especially when it shows their underwear. Nobody wants to look at all of that.
Yeah.
And then some of them even have the nerve to put a belt on with it. It's like, okay, the belt is like to hold it up, like here, not all the way down there. I was at the gas station the other day, and I saw somebody that had the belt on, pants sagging all the way down, colorful gemstones on the belt. I'm just like, really, you're accentuating like all of that. Men, I'm still on y'all just for a minute. We're kind of sick of looking at all these super skinny jeans that y'all are wearing too. I mean, it's fashionable. I guess it can be if you do the look right, but you know, comments or word on the street is kind of sick of looking at that. Women, I can't leave us out either. So as far as whatever size you are, I'm saying let's dress for our sizes. I can totally speak on this. Being somebody who has actually been every size from a size 4 up to a 16 and everything in between, you know, you may be looking at that crop top or whatever. Just because it comes in your size, that doesn't mean that it is, you know, the outfit for you. So let's be conscious of that. That is a, oh no, you didn't. We're not trying to look at all that belly. I'm sorry. Shoes, same as the clothes. We're looking at those with your shoes hanging off the back, you know, dress for your size with that too. That's a serious, oh no, you didn't moment. And then heels. This is my last thing. So I want to hear what y'all got to say too. Heels are very cute and sexy. I love them. I can walk in them. But ladies, if you can't walk, try to find the right size for you instead of looking like a baby deer. So you know, kind of trimming them across, because we'll be like, oh no, you didn't, Bambi. Okay. So what are some of your oh no you didn't fashion moments?
So a couple of mine are, one of them is the whole, why do you look dressed to the nines and then you look over and your babies look like they've been playing in dirt for a while?
Not cool.
I just don't, it's like, I don't get that. If anything, even it out. Like, just don't do that. And I know Miss Nikki and I are on this page, and luckily yesterday I was watching something, the whole black, white shoes, black tights thing. Well, yesterday I was watching something, and it was a widely known or widely publicized thing on Instagram. They were going live and they were showing all these little fashion things. And this chick, the guest speaker, had the nerve to have black, thick, opaque tights with bright blue shoes.
Wow.
Like, I just, help me understand that, because what?
Ooh.
Can't help with that.
Because you know one of mine is the black stockings and the white shoes. Oh, Jesus, I hate. Oh, no. I don't like white dress shoes. It's just something about white dress shoes.
It's not for you.
No. You know when you watch Serial, I used to watch Serial Mom. You know Serial Mom, you know she used to hate white shoes. Have you ever seen that movie? You haven't never seen? Oh my gosh. So Serial Mom used to go out and kill people that had white shoes on.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Wow.
But you know,
She wasn't
I'm not that bad. But no, it's just like, oh, they got on white shoes. And everybody knows me knows I cannot stand like white dress shoes.
Give you that. Oh no, you didn't moment.
Yes.
For real. Yeah.
But those black stockings and white shoes, yes. I'll be like, they even took it a little bit further. Yes.
All right.
And another one of mine is name brand clashing. If you're going to wear a Nike sweatshirt, don't have on no Adidas tennis shoes and some Puma pants.
Oh man.
Just for the whole thing. Let's go one brand.
Yeah.
Yes, you know, just one brand. That's all I need, just one brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, 3 different outfits. You know, you can put that in 3 different days, 3 different outfits, 3 different names.
Yes.
That's
Not
me.
for you.
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, I guess we are to me. I got a few, of course. White eyeliner. Let it go. It's not for us. It's not for you. Okay, let's just let it go. Let's start with our hair. Okay? Get these edges together. I know we going natural and we doing some different things. If you natural up here, you don't need a Maylene ponytail. Okay, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Another thing, you wig wearers, you're not for me, but that's fine. Wear wigs, do what you want. Make sure you keep a forehead. Okay, your wig should not be up here with your baby hair, because then when you think and stuff, we can't see what's going on. Pull that thing back. Give yourself a forehead. It's supposed to look natural. And what y'all doing with all these baby hairs? You don't need baby hairs every single day with every single look. Put the baby hairs up. Okay, so that is a no. That's 2 things for me. Outside of that, gym shoes should not be black with white socks. That's a hot mess. No, you didn't. We're going to get this fashion together. And yes, you ain't got no business wearing things that's not your size. People have given, Lizzo has given people too much confidence. Wear your size, baby. Wear your size. Oh, no, you didn't. That's it.
Can we go back to the crop tops, though?
Yeah.
Where did those come from? Like, I don't understand. I was thinking, and I'm like, okay, I get it. Big girl, I'm a big girl too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess is that confidence again? I think that's another Lizzo thing.
Yeah.
Lizzo done made everything.
And then they wear
okay.
the crop tops, and you can still have it up to here. You can see their bra and
Yeah.
all their belly. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what the
Yeah, I don't get it. Mm-mm.
I will tell you another fashion one that just came out, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with TikTok leggings that are going on right now.
No.
The TikTok leggings.
No.
So there's these. Comment if you guys have seen these. But everybody and their mom, there's this advertisement that's going out, and there's even videos of women are wearing these leggings that enhance your butt. So the key is it enhances your butt, but you gotta have a butt in order to wear these leggings. And I've seen them, and then the ladies, these leggings, and I wanted to bring it up because leggings, if they're see-through, see-through leggings, ladies.
Them is
You
pantyhose.
don't put a short shirt on with it. Not everybody wants to see that. I don't want to see
And that goes back to my comments and Miss Moy as well about dressing for your size. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't want to see that.
I don't want to see everybody's
Yeah.
underwear. I'm sorry, I don't. And then if you're gonna wear an underwear, wear a thong, or if you don't wear comfortable wearing a thong, I'm not gonna say don't wear anything because some people don't do that either. But I mean, again, we need to dress for appropriate, dress for where we're at. And I think Miss Moy, you talked about going to the grocery store with the hair bonnets and the pajamas.
Yes, don't do that. Just pajamas are an in-home thing. Bonnets are an in-home thing. We don't want to see that outdoors. You look like you're going to bed. You're not handling business. You're going to bed.
It's
No.
not true.
Oh no, you didn't.
Like they're gonna clear the shelf and just lay on the shelf.
Yes, it is. So just kind of to wrap up on this, like, let's be conscious of what our fashions are. You know, if you're wearing a nice white tee, don't let it be dingy. Let's wash it, keep it bleached, do what you need to do. Don't want to have dirty clothes, holes in our clothes, smelly clothes. Women, especially, we have our seasons for our sandals, our cute shoes, Crocs, things like that. Prep your feet. Let's get our pedicures. Let's not let your heels be too rusty, all that stuff like that. I like her comments about the wigs and so forth. Don't let that lace be showing either. Or if you want to wear a see-through top, we definitely want to make sure that we're wearing the right bras and so forth with it. We don't want to be light color with black panties and bras. And just kind of to wrap this up finally, lashes. I'm not one to talk about them because I have shorter lashes. As far as in the beauty department, not my strength. I may wear a little mascara every now and then. I've even, played around some with lashes, but made them look natural. If you have a baby tarantula on your face, your lashes may just be too long. So, oh no, you didn't. And that's going to wrap up our segment for that this month.
The lashes have just gone to a whole nother, that's like a whole nother thing.
And they can't even see. They can't see.
Or if you
And they
have
just be
glasses,
blinking, or
if
they
you
blinking like
Yeah.
this.
Right.
I got a little story. I can't even lie.
Go ahead.
So I got my normal lashes are pretty long, but I decided to dibble and dabble some years ago, and I wasn't used to it, okay? So I put on some shades, and I seen the reflection of the lashes, and I threw the shades across the car, because I thought it was a spider.
Tarantula.
See, everything ain't for everybody. I feel you. That was an awesome set. That was too much. That's too much.
Wait, did you just like...
So you thought,
I did. So yes.
oh wow.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Goodness.
I'm pretty sure you guys have tons of fashion stories, so let us know in the comments. We'll read them later and just kind of giggle, laugh, whatever.
That's too funny.
So let's talk about politics, news, things that have been going on for a while. So since the last time we met and we saw you guys, we've had some money drop in our laps, like serious money. And this time it was really big because not only did you get it for yourself, but you also got it for your kids and anyone else that was on disability or anything. That $1,400, I don't know about y'all, but I have 2 kids, and when I saw that money drop, I said, oh, this is Christmas all over again. But again, this is something that you guys, we weren't expecting. This is something that not all happens all the time. And it was just, I call it a blessing because we have someone, and Trump started it, and then it's continued to go. And I don't know about y'all, but I know some households still need this money. Mm-hmm. And with that being said, there's a possible fourth one on the horizon. So there's a possible fourth stimulus coming. Now, I don't know if it's going to be the same stipulations because, of course, they're still talking about it. They're still putting it in the works. But this is all blessings that are coming our way from the government. I know some people have some thoughts on it that it could be good. What are the repercussions for it? And then, who cares? We have it. You need it. Use it. But I will say, and I don't know if this goes into some of the other segments, people have been kind of going haywire. I know when we were in Chicago, TVs were going away. We went into Best Buy. There were no TVs out there. There were no gaming systems. I don't know. My advice, and this is just me. This isn't part of our segment. This isn't part of their opinion. But kind of think of that money and use it wisely. Pay your rent up. Pay some bills up. Pay your car payment up, because we don't know if this pandemic is going to go away. So you want to be in a good financial set. Let's see, what's some other things? COVID vaccine. We got a lot of controversy going on that, but as long as you're 40 and up, I'm in that age bracket, I hate to say, you can get this available. Go out on the website, the Indiana Department of Health website, sign up. You guys can get your vaccine if that's something you want to do. It's an option. It's not mandatory, so use that right now. I'm waiting for my kids to get it. I'm hoping, I read on the news the other day that by April, 18 and up should be able to get that vaccine. So I don't know where you stand on it. Some businesses are trying to put in the works that you can't come into a public place or into their work site unless you do have the vaccine. So it's not mandatory, but they're saying for them in their operations, what they have every right to do, that for your safety and security, that they do ask that you do have the vaccine, and they will ask you for the card. And a lot of times, a lot of people are getting that card. So it's your opinion. Let's talk about something that happened the other day. Governor Kemp in Georgia changed those government laws for the voting. He said that you have to have some things that happen in this 93-page document, was that you have to have an ID for an absentee ballot. I've never voted absentee. Have you guys ever voted absentee? So this is something that not everybody's going to do, and it's causing a big uproar. You have to have an ID, and that ID could be your driver's license. It has to be your state ID number, and that's what you have to put on your ballot in order to vote. Crazy, right?
Yeah, it's different.
And then, along with the absentee ballots, the cutoff normally is, I think it's the day of the election. They have to have it in-house. Not anymore in Georgia. You have 11 days before election, before your votes don't count. So that's something to think about. And then one of the other hot topics they were talking about with this one is you usually can go anywhere and just put it into the mail system and get to where it needs to go to. Not anymore, not in Georgia. They're only going to have certain places where you can drop your election ballots off.
Oh, wow.
So that can be inconvenience for some people that can't get out, can't do what they need to do, can't vote, can't do, put it in the mail. Not anymore, not in Georgia. So there's big uproar right now going on in Georgia with these, with that new law. But our hot topic we want to talk about. On March 16th, I don't know if everybody's aware of this, but there was a young man. He was the age of 21, went into 2 spas and went on a rampage and killed 8 people. Asian descent, 6 of them were women. His parents turned him in because he was on his way to Florida to continue on this rampage. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was on his way to Georgia. And the crazy thing about this is that he's not being charged as a hate crime.
What?
Yep, it's not a hate crime, guys. Right now, those charges are not hate crimes. So I just want to get your guys' thoughts. And it's not necessarily a hate crime against Asians, but you can look at it as a hate crime against women because majority of the people that you shot were women. And he's not getting charged for that. A lot of African Americans, our people, are upset because, and then we have some that are on the other side of the fence that are saying, well, we're trying to deal with our issues. Why should we deal with, a whole nother culture? Me personally, this is not okay either way you look at it. I mean, to me, this is a hate crime. I do believe that he should be charged as a hate crime. I don't care if it's Asian Americans. I don't care if it's women. He set out and he plotted to kill a race, a gender. It doesn't matter. All because you didn't like the way you were treated. So, what are your thoughts, Glaze?
I want to start, please. I will say, in my opinion, I'm going to go off the famous quote, an injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere. That's number one. Number two, this is definitely a hate crime because the Asian community has been suffering major in this community since COVID hit. And the reason for that is because COVID was called what? The Chinese virus. So because of that, they have gone through senseless attacks. If you're a person of color or not, you should be able to see injustice and call a thing a thing. It's not okay what happened. He does need to be charged as a hate crime, as so do the others. And it's hard to prove that sometimes based off different things, but it's not okay for you to go around and attack a certain race just because you feel like it. And I feel like they continue to get away with things like this, and it's not okay. If it was one of us, we'd be under the jail. So therefore, we're going to call a thing a thing. It's racism, and racism is not okay. I don't care if you're black, brown, blue, orange, yellow. It's not okay. And so he needs to be charged, and I'm over it. And honestly, this is why I don't support Trump and why I never did. Because he created an atmosphere of hate. And now people are proceeding with the thoughts that he had.
Just a little fact that since COVID has hit, over 3,800 hate crime incidents have happened against Asian Americans. That is not okay, guys. That's not okay. I mean, to blame a pandemic on a specific race, who gives you the right to do that? It's not okay.
Absolutely not.
Definitely not. And just, I know that it's always, I know that there are things that they are trying to put measures into place. I know that ones do need to be accountable. I've been watching several interviews with President Biden going to Atlanta to meet with some of the leaders there. And representation definitely does matter. As far as his cabinet, in researching that, the representation could be better as far as the Asian American or Pacific Islander representation within Congress. So with his cabinet, we know that it's really equal as far as like men and women, and then having people of color on there. But as far as the AAPI, we would know that there's only about 3% represented in Congress or whatever period that's helping to make these laws or helping to process, like she said, calling a spade, or being able to prosecute ones and not calling it a hate crime. So I know that things are in place for that, but just, the representation does matter as far as that goes.
I just think we need, like you said, we need more representation from all races,
Yeah.
all across the board, whether that be the jury, whether that be just in politics in general. Because a minority is a minority, and our kids are looking up to this. And I just really think that we've got to have some people in place to help not only support the laws, but also change the laws, but also support those that they're representing. I don't know how many, I would love to know how many Asian Americans are actual lawyers. Not only lawyers, but in their specific areas. How many Asian Americans are there criminal lawyers? Do they have that representation? We know we do,
Right.
but how many Asian Americans, or just even Latino Americans? How many Latino or just Latino lawyers do we have? This is something we really need to push towards our kids, that there's more out there, as you and I talk about all the time, than sports, than, all of that. There's all these engineering and everything. There's a need for us to be representative, every minority, no matter where it is.
And then again, too, we can't expect people to care about the George Floyd situation, Breonna Taylor, Michael Brown, Trayvon Martin, and the list goes on and on and on, if we're not willing to help and care about our brothers and sisters of other races. You can't only just care about your community and then get mad when people don't care about yours. And injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere.
You said, you just took it out of my mouth. It doesn't matter. We're all a minority, regardless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all are here. So I just think to keep separating all this, this right here, black, this Asian, this Hispanic, we're all minority, because as you look into them, it is this. You know what I'm saying? And nobody sees just one everything. But as they look at it, it's this, and then all these different cultures right here is a minority. But we separate ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's not fair.
No.
Because I just think that whatever it is, we all just need to fight for each other regardless.
Absolutely.
Because if it was the other way around,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
it would be,
demanding
yes,
that. Yes.
it would be, that's what exactly would be.
Absolutely.
But to wrap up this section, I know we've talked a lot about this and we really didn't dive into it, but it just open your eyes. Open your eyes to just everything that's going on. I mean, because we've got representation everywhere, but does every other race have that?
But one thing that you spoke on a little earlier when you were talking about the stimulus checks and when you were talking about the vaccine, allow people to be great. If they want the vaccine, baby, get the vaccine.
Right.
Do what works for you.
Right.
If you have your stimulus and you want to take care of some debt, take care of some debt. If you want to sprinkle that thing around and do some other things, baby, do you. See what I'm saying?
Yes.
Stop being so judgmental and worry about your household. And stop. That's it. I just had to say that people
And
be
I'm
busy.
just saying, I really do like that though, because so many people are judgmental towards
Yes.
you if you don't. Because I'm someone who has decided at this point to not get the vaccine,
Mhm.
and I have people telling me, you know, why not? Okay, well, do you? I mean, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, I don't judge you if you want to get it. So
Right.
please don't judge me because I haven't made that decision. But
Yes.
I say, whatever decision you make an informed decision. Do your research and then say yes, it's for me, or no, it's not.
And that's the
So,
thing.
yeah.
We live in America. We have free will. We have free choice. We can do whatever we want. I'm not going to be mad at you if you don't get the vaccine and I decide to get it, or if I choose to go out to Best Buy and buy at Best Buy with my stimulus. I mean, that's my choice.
Right.
And that's just like with some of these parents that are on the fence about. A lot of these schools are starting to open up again, and it's your choice if you want your kid to go or not. The option is still out there for them to be homeschooled. So do what's best for you and make the decision for you, but also don't shun somebody else for their decision. That's what I got, guys.
Awesome. So now we get into the topic of the day. Y'all ready?
I'm ready for this one.
Okay, so we are getting back to the conversation about Kirk Franklin and the argument that he had with his son. It went public because his son, in his 30s, leaked this to the media. Franklin went to Instagram and apologized for his behavior and his language, and everyone has been responding. Since then, his son's mother has come forward with her views on this as well, and it's been all over social media. Some people say he was out of line. He shouldn't have done it. Some people say he shouldn't apologize at all. What do you guys think?
He didn't have to apologize. He did not have to apologize. I'm sorry. A household is a household. You know what I'm saying? What Kirk Franklin does outside of his family is nobody's business. Okay? So therefore, whatever goes on in his household, because I'm sure as a parent, I don't care if you are a minister of a big association, if you cuss your son out, that's between you and your household, and you turn around and go to the pulpit on Sunday morning, that's you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you don't owe nobody no explanation. These kids, you know, I'm sorry, these days, I don't care what age they are, these kids out of hand, and regardless, you know what I'm saying? So no, he didn't have to apologize to Mo. That's how I felt. Now, if he wanted to apologize, that was him. That was his decision. But there, I didn't condone him for that. But me personally, I don't think I would. He shouldn't have to apologize.
Yeah.
I really don't
agree.
think
I
so.
don't think you should either. I have adult children. We have very specific discussions that are really between us. Fortunately, I haven't had that particular situation where one of my kids recorded anything and leaked it or whatever. But if so, I mean, even if they did, I don't owe the world an apology because it's definitely between me and my children and my family. So
I know as a mom, as a parent, our kids take us there. I know I've taken my mom there. I know there's been some things, my mom's come with some cuss words at me, and I'll be like, ooh, did you say that to me?
Right.
But then that's where we're in. You know what I mean? Because there be sometimes the boys be out for doing something, and it's gotten to the limit, and you step to me. I'm sorry, I'm going to forget who I am for a moment, and I'm going to have to check you. I mean, I think one of the things my mom used to always say, if you come to me as a grown woman, just know you're going to get grown woman right back. So if that means we're about to be out in the yard tossing it out, then that's what we have to do. I mean, if I'm cussing you out, just know I'm having that moment. But at the end of the day, I'm putting you, and I think, Ms. White, you talked about it when you said that the mom did that interview.
Mhm.
And I think more people wanted her to be like, oh, Kirk shouldn't have did this. Oh, no, she supported him.
Yep.
Even though they're not together, she supported. She said, I think in her quote, she said that I'd rather his father do it
Yes.
than the police do it.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, I have to support that 100%, especially a mom of boys.
Yes.
I'm going to check my
Listen.
kid in the house
Listen.
before anybody else does.
Yes.
And I want us to get back to the village. Because as she said, if it's Kurt, if it's me, if it's his aunt, if it's his uncle, whoever it is, we're going to check him before the world checks him.
Right.
And I think we need to get back to that. I mean, you ladies check my sons all the time. So, I mean, I love that. And I love the fact, I don't like the fact that the church is dragging him. I'm having a hard time with that because we all know everyone in church is not perfect.
No.
Right.
And for you to, and I think the reason why he decided that he needed to apologize publicly because he knew he was going to get drugged. He knew this was leaked. And kudos to him for acknowledging that, but Kurt, you don't owe anybody any explanation at all for why you had the conversation that you did.
Yeah.
Well, I have several stances on this. Number one, I understand the frustration of his son. I understand being frustrated with your parent and you guys are arguing back and forth. That's fine. That happens. It's unfortunate. Not all parent-children relationships are beautiful, so I totally understand. But when you break the level of trust and loyalty and you leak that into the media, you are 100% wrong. And so what you have done is you've created a major disconnect now between yourself and the rest of the family. Because how can you be trusted? Some things are not for social media, and everything is not for everybody. So his son was 100% wrong. I don't care how mad you were. There's some things you simply don't do, especially with your father being who he is, and that's why you did it, because you were hoping that his demise would come from this. But you got to remember, he done sung melodies from heaven, stump, rain, all these things. He's not going anywhere. He's a legend in the game. So you tried it. It didn't go nowhere. As far as Kirk, I understand him because, listen, when my kids do the most, they take you there. Especially boys, they like to buck up. They like to show their chest. And sometimes you got to let them know, first of all, not only do I know you, but I can see you right where you are. So I understood the whole conversation. I understood his energy very well. It was nothing abnormal to me. But I also understood why he apologized. This is a man that is in gospel. He is a leader of many and his household. So he felt he needed to take and own up to the situation and hold that accountability for himself. He did a wonderful job doing that. But you don't owe us an apology at all because you were parenting. And so in parenting, there are great moments of nurturing, and then there are moments of discipline. And so that's what I heard in that call. He took you there, and that's where you went. Speaking on the interview, I agree with you. I'm so happy the stance that the mother took. Because she said, now wait a minute, I've been in this thing also. And this thing has not been roses, okay? So therefore, his father's his father. I stand on his father. He shouldn't have done that, and it was not okay. I think the uproar that we have on social media and the different things that people are saying, what's going on in your household?
Right.
Exactly.
What are you saying to your
That was
children?
my next point.
What are you listening to in the car? What are they listening? We got to stop acting like we're perfect, and we got to stop throwing stones. He's a parent just like the rest of us, and we all have frustrating moments. He just has a child that broke the code. That's just my opinion on it.
Being a parent is hard. It's hard, especially like you said, Ms. Nikki. I mean, it's hard because these kids are exposed to more things than we were exposed to
Yes.
when we were younger. Like, for example, we talked about, I had no idea that my parents were getting tax refunds.
Right.
I didn't know what
That's
that
what I'm saying.
was.
That's-
I didn't
yes.
know what that was.
I never
but
knew what that was.
some of the bravery, and I'm using bravery in quotes, that these kids have
Yeah.
is, I don't know when that changed, because there's still things as a 40-year-old that I'm not going to say around my mom. I mean, I to this day, if I say a cuss word to her, I'm like, oh, Mom, I didn't mean that. But these kids, they don't care. They don't care how they talk. They feel like as a society, we've given them so much freedom because we're telling them, you know, if you're in danger, call 911. We'll come and get you. Da 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 da. We're giving them that. You know what I mean? And I just feel like that's a tough situation to be in. And then to be, like you said, to be recorded and then put out there, first you broke that first code. What happens in the house stays in the house. It doesn't go anywhere else. You broke that code, and that's hurtful.
Well, the thing is, it got to the point where if you hit your child, it's child abuse.
Mm-hmm.
So now it had got to a point where kids felt like, oh, my mama hit me, and now I'm gonna call. But you didn't realize you just opened up Pandora's box, and now you're being taken away from your mama, who only was trying to discipline you. So this is where this comes in, and now parents, and I'm sure you all face this too. You get to a point where you might as well. I'm be honest. Sometimes I feel like I need to cuss you out, because if I don't cuss you out, then I'm going to hit you, and then that's where then it's going to be a whole different situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to forgive myself later in a minute. But let me tell you something. You know what I'm saying? So no, because if I just feel like, because back in the day, yes, we got beat down. You know what I'm saying? Whatever was nearby. You know what I'm saying? If it was a shoe, it was a shoe. You got whooped with it. If it was a belt, it was a belt. If it was a spatula, or if it, yes, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it was, you got whooped. And it wasn't just your parents. In the church that I grew up in, anybody could have whooped us. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. So I wasn't just my parents' child. I was everybody in that church's child. And that's what it was. It was just one big thing. So if I did something wrong, they didn't go tell my mama. They disciplined me first. Then they went and told. So I didn't get it just from this person. I got it from that person too. You know what I'm saying? So that's not what it is now. It goes back to the village and this stipulation, this child abuse thing. I just think that there are different levels to child abuse. No, I'm disciplining my child. That's a difference. It's a difference between discipline and whooping my child than it is abusing my child. And I just think that's where all this came from. Because now parents are scared, you know what I'm saying? And children just feel like they can use that against their parents.
One thing that's crazy about this situation that maybe, I don't know if his son really thought about, what happens after this?
Right.
That's crazy.
Now that you have exposed him, all the parents have gotten involved, all the media's gotten involved, and then people are saying that he just wants his 15 minutes of fame. This is not really even about his father. What do we do moving forward? Because you have made a major action against him at this point.
And he can't come back. You can't take it back.
And then also with the call, I've always felt like from listening to Kirk Franklin's interview, like his son, he didn't even play the whole call. Because apparently he admitted that, I kind of lost it a little, but apparently he tried to call like for services or whatever with their counselor. He didn't play that part of the call. Here you just want to show that he cussed you out and did all that. But you are 32 years old or, something like that. And then also I was just reading something that said that behind this, he's thinking about changing his last name. Okay, really? I mean, you've been living on this. Yeah. He's thinking about changing it just because of all the backlash and all that. But it's all, like you said, it's already out there. So you
brought it on yourself.
Right.
You brought it on yourself. So yeah.
You exposed that. Did nobody know y'all stuff? Boy,
Right.
bye. Did nobody know y'all stuff? Now you want to change your name. You need to change your actions.
There you go.
Yeah.
And grow up.
The name.
I think what I'd like to see, and I know it's not going to happen, I want him to apologize to his dad. I really want to, because he needs to apologize for putting their business out there.
Yeah.
That's what I want him to apologize for. And I think the more and more I listen to the interview with his mom, I think they've always had that struggle with him, because as she said, he felt some kind of way, like he wasn't getting enough attention and all of that. And that's not okay still to put your stuff out there.
Right.
Right? I mean, it's just not okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell my kids all the time, what you doing? Really? Is this what we're doing right now? I mean, because you have to remember who's the parent, who's the child.
That's
now,
right.
some parents may take it to a whole nother level, but like you said, it comes from your level of discipline, and are your kids learning from that? And understanding there's some household respect, and you have to come back to home at the end of the day. Now, of course, if your mom is wilding out or your parents are wilding out and they're not, because we do have some parents of our generation, guys, that, let's just be honest, their kids aren't their priority. But in this situation, those parents were on it, and they supported each other, and they showed that unity, and they were trying to get him where he needs to be. And like you said, that he didn't show that whole part because that other part was going to show who he really was.
Exactly. And I learned that in her interview, that it was always them there. It was nobody that left him just out by himself. So yes, Kirk was there for him. His mama was there for him. You know what I'm saying? So it was a circle of everybody there, and they even try to put him in therapy before that, before now. So it wasn't like that nobody cared. And I just think that sometimes just people don't look at, those kind of things because it's not going their way. You know what I'm saying? It's not going my way. Then this is what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't think about how you was really blessed because you're not on the street, you're not homeless. You know what I'm saying? You got things that some kids did not get from their parent at all. But they don't see. He didn't see it that way, and I just felt like that was a selfish moment.
I feel like in the end, you tried to expose your daddy, but you exposed yourself. That was the topic of the day, and now we're going to move on to Ask the Sisters. Have you guys been watching our questions of the week? They're amazing. We are so thankful that you have been answering, and let's get to these questions.
I'm gonna try to answer the questions when y'all see them out there, because I be putting out there, and I be like, did y'all see it? I know you see it because I see you see it, but I want y'all to answer them.
Yeah.
So, like, for instance, I had a question. My question that I have is, what would you do if somebody gave you $10,000? So I got answers like pay off debts, sprinkle it here and there, here, there, here, there, here, there, here, there, investing. In your business, whatever, is investing. I had one person, they said they was going out they want to leave Indianapolis. That's the money that gets you out of Indianapolis. Go on and get out of Indianapolis. But, me, $10,000, oh, man. I think I'll do a little sprinkling here, sprinkling there, sprinkling there, right too. What kind of questions y'all got?
Well, I'm going to answer that one first.
Yes.
I definitely said I'm going to sprinkle it all around, honey. Let's take care of some debt. Let's have some fun. Let's put some to the side. Because, listen, when you get some money and it's not a part of your paycheck, it ain't planned anyway. So do what you want. Do some responsible things and then do some stuff I wouldn't do. Okay? So that's what I would do. What y'all think?
I think I'm like you. I'm going to sprinkle some around.
Yeah.
But I'm going to save some. I know.
Yes.
Because that's my thing. I need to save some. But I'm going to enjoy that money. But I'm going to pay some of y'all debts off a little bit. But my family's going to enjoy that money.
Yeah, I'm going to try to enjoy some too, but I always got to do something responsible. Try to help my son with some of his college student loan debt. So, got to do that, but I'm going to have some fun too.
Awesome.
Okay, so the question that I had was, what was your ultimate vacation spot? Now, this is a fun topic. Love it. We got all kind of answers. Some people just want to go to the beach, to any kind of beach. Someone else wanted to go to an African beach, which would be very beautiful. Dubai was one. Thailand, Egypt, Fiji. Now, me, myself, I want to go to Hawaii. That is my ultimate vacation spot. Never been, and I definitely want to spend at least 2 weeks there. So, a lot of correspondence on that one. Jamaica was another one. So, yeah, that's what I had. Where would you guys like to go? What's your ultimate vacation spot?
Dubai.
Okay.
I think Dubai is. My sister went there. She was in the Navy, and she said it's just so beautiful. And just to go somewhere in Africa, just to see the motherland, just be there.
Now, I have two myself. One I said was Dubai because I've seen something on TV. It was absolutely gorgeous, and I'm like, yes. But I actually love the snow. So I would love to go somewhere in the mountain, in a cottage. That just makes me feel all tingly inside thinking about it right now. Y'all excuse me. Hello, husband. I would love to do something like that. I ain't even gonna lie. So, that's me.
Okay, so let me say, I'm going to go with you to Dubai, but I'm going to let you have that snow. Right.
Snow all day.
I have my snowsuit and be
You
too
go.
cute.
Yeah,
Honey,
you
don't
are
worry
gonna be.
about it.
You can have the snow.
Where you going, sis?
Even in Indianapolis, you can have the snow.
Right.
So me, I want to go so I got two places. I want to go to the beach, anywhere on the beach, because this is what I'm saying. When I pack and go on a trip, I just want to pack swimsuits, strong just to cover up, some flip flops, and some sunglasses and some sunscreen. That's all I want to take
That's
with me.
it. Okay.
That's all I want to take, a whole bunch of swimming suits. That's all I want to take. That's
Yes.
all to the beach. I don't want to take no shorts, no pants, no nothing. Just a swimsuit.
She said no clothes to
She
no
said-
clothes.
That's
Okay.
it. No
That's
clothes.
it.
Okay.
And then another place, I do want to go to Africa. I
Come on,
want to see,
motherland.
yes, I do. I want to see the richness in Africa.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I just want to be able to walk on the grounds of Africa
Yeah.
and just see and explore.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to see that.
Awesome.
So our question that we had out there that didn't get very much response, and I think I'm putting it out there as if people really didn't think about this one, was, are you doing your dream job? And I know for me, it sparked a lot of conversation with us, because do you make your career choices based off of your background? Do you make it based off of other people, or do you make it based off your heart? And I know my answer was, and it's really got me thinking that maybe I want to dabble in nursing, because for some reason that's drawing me to there. I'm not doing nursing. I'm a business major. I work for a Fortune 500 company, but I'm really thinking about that, and I've been putting a lot of heart into that. What about you guys? You guys doing your dream job?
Okay, me, definitely not. My dream job is not. Yeah, they laugh because I give my updates about what's going on. I'm not doing my dream job. I do have a lot of things in the works. So maybe that'll be a future show where we're talking about, you know, what we're working on. But I have some things in the works that I would love to do. But dream job, yeah, no. That's me.
I'm not doing my dream job. No, I'm not doing my dream job. And I've been on my job for a very long time. I love my job, but I'm not doing my dream job. I would love to get ready to do let me put it this way. God is leading me to it. It's a step.
Come on, going.
Yes, it's a step. And I'm going
Work in
up.
progress.
So yes, I am. It's a work in progress, and I can just see myself there.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting on God, because He already know when we gonna get there.
Yes. I love it. Okay, so for me, I love my answer. Okay, so full time, I'm not doing my dream job, but I am doing a job that I enjoy. And I learned, for me and my sanity, I have to be working at a place that I enjoy. Because if not, I'm going to be crazy there, and I'm going to be crazy when I get home. But what I'm doing part-time is my dream job, and that is this. So, yes, for me, I'll take that part-time. I'm doing my thing. And so next was my question, right? We had to talk about some food. It was time to get a little yummy. You know. So the question was, is it pancakes for you, waffles, or French toast? So after looking at media and looking at what y'all saying, to me, it looks like it's going in the order of pancakes, waffles, and French toast. This is off of everybody's answers online. So I'm gonna ask y'all, but that's definitely the order for me, because if that pancake got that molasses in it, baby, that's what I need. That's all I need right there. And then the waffles, the big waffles. Come
Belgian
on,
waffles.
come on, big old
Yes.
waffles. Yes, Belgian.
Yes.
Now that last one, that French toast, to me it just reminds me of bread too much, and I know it's bread, but I just can't really get around that part, so I'm not too much on it. But what y'all think?
If I have to pick one, I like all of them, including the French toast. But if I have to pick one, I love pancakes. We can't do without those. So if I have to pick one, I'm going to go with pancakes.
So this was a hard one for me, because I need it to be buttery. No matter what it is, all three, my top thing, it needs to be buttery. So
Okay.
I think I'm going to do pancakes first and French toast last. Because those waffles, you get that butter in every single little thing, and then you put just the amount of syrup in the pocket, and it has to be hot. I have to eat it when it's hot, but the first thing, it has to be buttery for me.
With the eggs and the bacon.
Right. Especially the bacon.
Me, I like waffles. I like the Belgian waffles. Oh, gosh. And this is the thing. And so, this is so bad because, oh my gosh, my boyfriend gets mad when I do this. So, I take all the butter. I just take all the butter and start putting it in all the holes. Because I have to have butter. Because when I put it in, I'll put it in the microwave and let it soften, let the butter melt. And then I'll take it back out. As long as I see butter in all the holes, then I just, sprinkle syrup on there. And he's like, you put more syrup? No. I just want this just like this. And he's like, it's a lot of cholesterol. That's okay. But I love it. Waffles dripped in butter. Each hole has to have butter.
Each hole.
Yes.
That's a lot of concentration.
I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do. Yes, it takes me a long time to fix a waffle.
Yeah.
And you know when you go to the hotels and they have a machine.
Oh, the machine.
And then they give you the little butter packets like this.
Yeah.
So I got a whole table full of butter packets because I had to put a packet in each bowl.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It's hilarious.
So evidently the winner was pancakes. What y'all think?
They go around.
Yeah, come on, pancakes. I knew you was gonna do it, boo. You had it all along. Anyway, when you hear our question of the week, make sure you answer because we need that feedback for our show. Just so you guys know, coming up in April, we're doing something special for the mothers. So you're gonna see us put up different things to try to nominate a mom to get a special gift for Mother's Day.
And we will be drawing a name in April for a Mother's Day basket. So we will be putting that out onto the page, and please make sure that you nominate a mother in May. Yes, so we're going to end the show, and I want to be able to tell you about, I wanted to leave you with this word, forgiveness. And this came to my mind with the Kirk Franklin situation, and forgiveness is not easy. Forgiveness is hard. Forgiveness is not just something that you say. Forgiveness is something that you do, because forgiveness it eats at you. You can say I forgive you all day long, but you're still holding on to it. And when you still hold on to it, then that causes health problems. That causes, issues, trust issues. That causes future issues with just, relationships that you're supposed to have. But if you haven't forgotten this, then how can you forgive? You haven't forgiven. You haven't forgave. So forgive is not just a word, it's an action. And forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for you. Release and let go. Thank you for watching She Speaks. We'll see you next month.
Bye.